Welcome to Average Row. Today I'm doing something really unique. I'm taking the first walk of the spring around my favorite pond in Avalon. And for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Average Row. I'm a 12-year-old Canadian YouTuber who lives in the city of Ottawa, which is Canada's capital. And I do vlogs on what life is like growing up in Canada through the eyes of a 12-year-old. And today I thought that it would be the perfect opportunity and the perfect day, since it's beautiful out here, to bring along a 360 camera to show you guys my walk around the pond, so you can get a full sense of all of the nature that is starting to come out here in the spring. And right now, it's like one of the first weeks of spring. This is the first week that I've actually seen real grass starting to grow, which is really cool. But here in Canada, I sort of think of spring as a two-parter. Part one is not really spring. It's really not spring. It's this wintry, snowy, slushy, watery, cold mess. And that is the part of spring which I hate. When you go outside, you'll get a soaker almost no matter what, so you'll get soaked. It is still a little bit watery today, going through a puddle. But now we're sort of entering the nice part of spring, where there's actually wildlife beginning to show up, and the grass is starting to grow, and I've been seeing some pretty cool animals. Wow, this part's really flooded. But I've been seeing a lot of really cool animals nowadays, like I've seen a couple herons at my own pond, because here in Avalon there's 3 ponds. There's the first one, which is closer to my house, where I go very frequently to film videos or do photography. And that pond it's a really nice pond. It's more paved, well taken care of. And then there's this pond, which I call the second pond. And this one is very uncut. There's less people here, not a paved sidewalk. And I feel like the nature really flourishes here more than the other pond, because there's more of a chance for the nature to grow. And then the third pond is just being built, and that is a part of a new development for Avalon. And I've gone around the pond before, but it's still really cool that I'm gonna have 3 ponds right near me, which is awesome. So there's those 3 ponds. I really like this one, and I thought today would be a perfect day to go to this one, because just look at it outside. It's wonderful. Yesterday, a really cool thing happened. I was out fishing, and the weather was quite different from today. It was cloudy and windy and freezing cold, but there was still a ton of wildlife. I saw heron, I saw a bunch of different birds, and the coolest thing, however, is when I was fishing and a beaver popped out of the water right next to me, which was so cool. I've never been that close to a beaver before. It's so cool to be living in a place where there's just all of this in my backyard. There's been some pretty cool things happening. Like I can't actually see any snow. And that is so cool, because even though I had a really good winter this winter, I'm very glad that the snow's gone, because winter is not my favorite season. I find winter, it's just everything's dead. There's no color. It's just all this bright white. And I mean, I don't hate winter. It's the time where I can go skiing, and skiing is my favorite sport by far. But in spring and summer and fall, everything flourishes. And hi. Cute dog. Everything really flourishes, and you can see the flowers and the animals just popping up everywhere, which is, it's amazing. Like this animal who's following me. I don't know if you guys can see him. Hi, how's it going? Super cute. But I mean, I really love nature. I'm a sucker for it. And I think the main reason that I like nature is because it's unique and it's self-made. So the thing with nature is you don't have to do anything, and it'll work on its own. It'll find a way. And it does this without us. And it can do it without any animals. It can just fix itself, and it can grow and do all these amazing things by itself. And I find everything that's produced by humans isn't as interesting because we created that. And I also find things that we create to be less colorful, but nature, it's beautiful and it does it by itself, which is really special. But I also really love the ponds. They're great places to just go and film, and it's an amazing place to practice my photography because if you didn't know, I'm big into photography and filmmaking. And photography though, it's easier to set up because with photography you only just have to just find what you want in the frame and then just take the photo. And I mean, it's really been fun just going around the pond and finding different shots to take, like looking at the flowers. Flowers are so much fun to take photos of because you can find so many angles with them, and they're so colorful, which is amazing about them. Also the water and the animals there. There's muskrats and just geese. Oh yeah, geese. They're coming back for spring and summer, and it's really cool living in Canada because you get to see things that a lot of other people don't see when it comes to wildlife, like the geese migrating every fall and then coming back every spring. And it's hard to describe, but it's been going on as long as I live, so I know what it's all about. And it's geese who fly in a V formation, and they come by the thousands. You see tons of them every single year, and it's quite a phenomenon because you can see just so many animals just flying overhead constantly, and you think like this is a normal thing, but a lot of other people in the world don't get that. And it's the same with a lot of other wildlife in Canada. And that's sort of what I base my channel off of. I base my channel off of showing people from other countries or showing people from other parts of Canada because Canada is a massive country. And I'm showing them what wildlife is like and what life in general is like growing up in Ottawa, Canada, because it's a very unique lifestyle. There's very unique things here, and I really enjoy sharing those things with an audience not only from other parts of Canada but from all around the world. And I like sharing my experience and knowing that other people are learning about Canada because Canada is truly a wonderful place. It really is a wonderful place. And from the other places I've gone, because I love traveling. Traveling is one of my favorite things ever. But from all the places I've gone, they're wonderful, they're nice, they're awesome experiences. But I would not trade it for Canada. Because Canada is just special to me. It's beautiful, and it's natural, and it's peaceful and calm, and it's just a really great place. But man, I just walked around a whole pond. That's crazy. Time really does fly. But anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I sure loved walking around this pond and talking about nature and what it means to me and just how amazing it is in Canada. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. A comment would be appreciated. And if you enjoyed this video and you think your friends or family would enjoy it as well, make sure to share it with them. And I'll see you guys next time.